Greetings, 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 greetings. What's up? What's up? What's up? This is your brother, Chief Kalanago Flying Eagle. Hope everybody is having an amazing day. Um, just here, gonna drop a little information for y'all. So I'm gonna give you some time to get into this live feed. Let me make sure we good on Facebook. Make sure I got some audio. Uh-huh. Testing one, two. All right, cool. We got audio on Facebook, right? How is everybody doing, man? Let me just say what's up to each and every one of you. Acknowledging the great spirit, universal intelligence, the great I am. All right. What's up? 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 I'm excited, man. It's a beautiful time to be alive. You know me, I'm always telling people this, right? People always be like, hey, Chief, man, listen, how come we going through all these things we are going through and you always positive? You're always keeping an upbeat spirit. You know what I mean? It's all about the energy, man, because literally you create your own reality. You feel me? Everything outside of you is a reflection of what's inside of you. So if you cannot master or control what's within you, then you cannot control anything that's outside. That is just pretty much what it is, right? So as above, so is below, so is within, so is without, right? You got a left arm, you got a right arm. So it just is what it is. So greetings to each and every one of you. Like I said, I'm just, kind of like giving you guys some time to tune into this because this is important information. By no means I'm here to give legal advice. By no means I'm an attorney. I'm not part of the legal society. And I reserve all my indigenous rights. You know what I'm saying? But however, I teach information. It's public knowledge, but people just don't know where to find the information. Sometimes you don't know and you are seeking the information. And that's what I'm here for, to give you the information. Now, people always say that knowledge is power, but that may be true. But you know me, I like to dive a little deeper into that. And I'm going to say it's the application of the knowledge that's the true power, because you could know something, but if you don't apply it to change your situation, then guess what? It's a waste of time, right? So just knowing the information is not enough. You have to make it applicable. And I always tell people, do your own research. Don't just believe anything that I say, because I don't deal with belief systems. I deal with the knowing. So I'm going to give you the information straight from these people. It's not from me. I'm just giving you the information and you do what you want with it. Now, for those of you who have jobs, I am not here to knock anyone with jobs. Okay. I know you got to take care of your family. You have a livelihood and you have to make sure you take care of your own, right? So I respect that completely. Okay. But you are tricked, or let's say we, all right, we are tricked with words because words are spells, right? But apart from the words being spells, there's also a category called legalese, right? And legalese is a language of its own. Okay, literally, legalese is the language of a complete different world, which is what's called the commercial world. If you cannot speak legalese or at least comprehend legalese, then you're going to have some issues in the legal system. So you have to acclimate yourself with certain words, all right? Especially when it's harming you. Okay, it's not working towards your benefit. And I'm going to teach you something today most people probably don't know, but for those of you who know it, great. If you don't, then I hope you find some value in the information. So if you have a job, then you are considered an employee. But do you really know what an employee is, or who an employee is, or an employer? Do you actually know? Okay. The question is, do you know? That is the main question. All right. And what I'm about to give you is so powerful. Literally, it could change situations in your work environment, and you have all the proof to validate the information you might bring to your boss or whatever the case may be. Basically, what I'm saying is this: everybody's being taxed, okay, from literally from highway to highway. People are paying so much taxes, not realizing that tax paying is voluntary. Once again, I'm just giving you the information. I'm not here to give any type of advice, whether it may be financial advice, legal advice, none of that. I'm just giving you the facts, giving you the laws. There is no law saying that anyone have to pay taxes. There is no law. Nobody could show me a law that states that, okay? Once again, you have to know the difference between a law and a statute, okay? Which is part of a legal system. Not necessarily a statute, pardon me, let me digress here. There's a difference between legal and lawful. All right. When they tell you it's the law to pay taxes, no, that's a legal code. Okay. That's a legal code or a legal statute. However, it's not lawful to tell people that they have to pay taxes. You cannot force anyone to pay taxes because, for one, the United States is a corporation. Number two, the federal agency acting as a government is a corporation. The IRS and the Internal Revenue Services are two different companies. Okay, one deal with the accounting and one deal with the finances, right? So, with that being said, they are all foreign entities. They are just corporations, just like McDonald's. The same way nobody could force you to go into McDonald's, okay? Nobody could force you to do anything, okay? Nobody can compel. I'm going to repeat that. Nobody could compel a man or a woman to perform to any demands. However, a legal person is obligated. If you don't know the difference by then you need to go check my videos. I'm not going to reiterate that. You feel me? But with that being said, you have to know these things. So let us go look at the meaning within the codes of the USC. We're going to look at the meaning of employee and employer, and it's literally going to amaze you, okay? Because you've been calling yourself an employee for so long, not knowing exactly what it means. So let's dive right into this. Let me go ahead and share my screen. And if you're ready for that information, do me a favor, please. Go ahead and type some sevens in the chat because we're about to take it to another level. That's what your brother Chief Kalinago is here for. You feel me? To give you the knowledge, to educate you. That's what I'm here for. All right. So we're going to look at Title 49, U.S. Code, Section 31301. Now, do me a favor, please. Do your own research. Do your own due diligence. This is not Chief Kalinago saying. I'm giving you the United States Code. They are the ones telling you what it is, not me. I'm just sharing the information. All right. That I'm just the messenger. You feel me? So with that being said, take some notes. Write down this code, please. 49 USC Section 31301. Let us get into this. Boom. All right. Let us get into this right now. Here we go. So we're going to go to Google. Oh, whoa, I'm here showing my email, bro. What am I doing? I'm showing my email. Hold on for 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm showing my email. Where am I at? Hold on for a second. Boom. Okay, it's right here. I'm here showing my email. Pardon me for that, guys. Pardon me for that. I'm not even going to edit the video. It's no big deal because it's live anyway. So where we at with that? Right here. Okay. Boom. Right here. So let me just take a step back. When you go look at the code, all right, the code here is Title 49 USC Section 31301. Please write down that code, okay? Write the code down. All right, let's go to employee first and see what employee means, because they call you an employee on your job and you fill out the application as an employee. But I'm going to show you how they are tricking you. Okay, check this out. Let's click on employee. This is going to amaze you. I'm not going to say blow your mind because I don't want to blow your mind. I want your mind to be intact. However, I want to sharpen your mind. That's what I want to do. I want to sharpen your skills. You feel me? So let us look at employee. This is who an employee is, the meaning in the U.S. codes. Okay, employee means an operator of a commercial vehicle, including an independent contractor when operating a commercial vehicle who is employed by an employer. It doesn't say anything about a job. It doesn't say anything about having a boss from a job. So you working on your job, you are not an employee, but yet still they have you filling out a W-4 as an employee so you are able to pay taxes. You see how they trick you. But like I said, man, when you don't have the knowledge, you perish. That's just a fact. And once again, I'm not the one telling you this. This is their codes. So when most people are being distracted and they are not taking heed to the information, they don't want to learn. They don't want to sharpen their skills. They don't want to ascend. You are always going to perish. You feel me? because most people just want to be distracted. That's why I fall back and I just mind my business, because my business is anything that's between my two ears. That's my business, meaning that it's within my mind. That's my business. So I'm razor focused. You feel me? I'm sharp right now. So let us look at the definition of employee again. Okay? Employee means an operator of a commercial vehicle. So unless you're driving a commercial vehicle, that's the only time you are an employee, if you are driving a commercial vehicle. If you're not driving a commercial vehicle, you are not an employee. Let's read that again. Employee means an operator of a commercial motor vehicle. So now you need a driver's license because you are an employee. So anytime you have a driver's license, they look at you as an employee. Why? Because they are assuming that you are driving a commercial vehicle. That's why they have motor vehicles in every state, because you are an employee. Including an independent contractor when operating a commercial motor vehicle who is employed by an employer. Now, it begs the question, who is an employer? So let's look at that real quick. Who is an employer? Let's go to the next one and click on employer and see who an employer is. Let's let this populate here for a second. I'm not going to be here too long. I just wanted to come give you guys this little gem real quick. Because I'm always thinking about y'all. All right. Honestly, I'm always doing that. Even if I'm working on what I'm working on, I'm always thinking about my people. All right. Now, an employer means a person, including the United States, okay, government, a state, or a political subdivision of a state that owns or leases a commercial motor vehicle or assigns employees to operate a commercial motor vehicle. Okay. So Department of Motor Vehicles, they set all this up for you to get licenses, all right, to travel, but they don't call it travel, they call it drive. So when you're driving, you need a driver's license. So now you are actually an employee. So motor vehicles would be considered your employer. Okay. Another example, if you're driving trucks, that's a commercial vehicle. So you are an employee. Okay. So talking about different companies that rent, or not necessarily rent, but they have commercial vehicles. All right. Then you are an employer. If you're driving their vehicle, you are an employee. So let's look at what employee means again. A person, including the United States government, because the United States is a legal person, just so you know. Any of those states are legal. It's a legal person as well. A political subdivision of a state is a legal person as well, that owns or leases a commercial motor vehicle or assigns employees to operate a commercial motor vehicle. So let me ask you, the company that you work for your boss, does your boss have a commercial division where he is renting motor vehicles? If the question is no, then you are not an employee. Okay? So I'm giving y'all the drop. You are not an employee on your job, because one, you are not driving a commercial vehicle, and number two, your boss is not letting you drive commercial vehicles. They don't own commercial vehicles. So if you're working at Macy's, Target, Walmart, in a tech company, in sales, you are not an employee, but they got you filling out W-2s like you are an employee. That's why they're taxing the heavens out of you. And you just don't know that. Not knowing that it is optional. When they give you the W-4, you could fill it out the way you want to. You would cross out certain things because it's a contract. It's a voluntary contract. I have a right to adjust the contract so it works out in my benefit. Okay. But what they give you, it may seem like a unilateral contract, meaning that it's one-sided, which it is if you just sign without reserving your rights. So when they tax you, what are you going to do? Your boss is going to say, well, hey, look the W-2. You signed it. Boom. So you're allowing them to take your bread, but you're not an employee because you don't have an employer. You feel me? So when you know better, you're supposed to do better. But most people, I've been teaching for so long, they know better, but they just don't do better. You feel me? So once again, here's the difference between employee and employer. And you have to fall back and ask yourself, hold up, based on what Chief just taught us, am I an employee? And the question would be, even if it's a rhetorical question, the answer would be no, because I don't work for a commercial company that where we drive commercial vehicles. That's the only time you're an employee. So like I said, I'm not going to be too long here on here. I just wanted to come give you that information. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know. So when they catch you in these little traps, remember, once again, this is legalese, okay? Legalese. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can pull something up for y'all. Hold up for 1 second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, please. All right, so let me just show you what it means real quick. I'm going to give it to y'all in bold letters. So that's why when you are detained, more so arrested, not detained, because it's only when even if you're detained, you're not read your Miranda rights. But when you are being arrested, you are read your Miranda rights. So let me show you what legalese means. So you know that it is a complete different language, okay? And then it's something that you just don't understand. That's why when they arrest you or before they arrest you, they have to read your Miranda rights and say, hey, you have a right to remain silent. Why? Because you're stepping into a world, a whole complete different world, where they speak a different language. It sounds like English, but it's not English. It is called legalese. So what is the legal definition of legalese? Legalese informally refers to specialized terminology and phrasing used by those in the legal field and within legal documents. Legalese is notoriously what? Difficult for the public to understand. So legalese is not a language of the public. Legalese is the language of the legal society. That's why anytime I have to step into the legal society, I make sure that the magistrate knows that I am not part of the legal society, that I'm an idiot. You see what I'm saying? Because when you shop with it. And I'm sharp with it. So you have to know, or else you are stepping into a world where you don't speak the language and you think you're speaking English and you are being incriminated because of what you say. You feel me? That's why when a judge or a magistrate asks, do you understand? My question is always no, because I don't speak that language. Imagine me going to China or Russia, going to court without an attorney to represent me, not represent me, but represent me, meaning that representing the man as a legal fiction. You feel me? And they speak in a language I can't speak. What you think is going to happen? It's the same thing with legalese. That's why so many of the people who look like us, they get into so many legal situations. You feel me? Because they don't speak the language. And it's okay if you don't speak the language. All you have to say is, I don't understand. They cannot prosecute an idiot. Okay? So that's what legalese means. Legalese is notoriously difficult for the public to understand. Who's the public? We are the public. So that means that we should not be messing in that society without reserving our rights. You have to reserve your rights, my brothers and sisters. So now you could go to your boss and say, hey, boss, I need to adjust, my W-4. And that's your right, because there was no full disclosure of what you signed. That is a fraud. That means it's null and void. You feel me? And I'm not giving you any advice. I'm just saying, if I were you, that's what I would do. You feel me? Do your own research. Do your own due diligence. You know what I mean? because you are not an employee. And you still have a right to decide how much taxes you want to pay. It's voluntary. But if you just sign it, then they decide. Okay, because that means you have no control of your life. You're not reserving your natural rights. It is a contract. All right? So I hope all this made sense. If it did, great. If it didn't, that's fine. For those of you who knew that, beautiful, good for you. Okay, but once again, you may know certain things, but you are not applying those things. It's the application of the knowledge that makes it powerful. You feel me? And when you know, you step into this matrix or this legal world with so much confidence because you know that you can't be touched. You feel me? Unless they just blatantly want to violate your rights, which they most times they don't do that. You see what I'm saying? They'll try to pull you back into their jurisdiction with certain words, but you have to be sharp. Remember, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word became flesh. The Word became a man or a woman. So your words are very powerful. So if you cannot speak the word, remember I taught you guys about asking. Whoever come asking is coming asking. So you start asking the questions. So that means you are the king or the queen. You feel me? Let them answer your questions, not you answer their questions. So I always answer a question with a question because I'm the king. So I'm going to ask king. So when you know these little tips and tricks that they use to pull you into the matrix and bleed you, because that's what it is. It's a vampiric system. Pirates. All right. So I'm about to get out of here. Real short video today, 21, 22 minutes, 25 minutes for the most. All right. I did a couple of posts to tell you guys about the clothing brand. It's more than just a brand. You know what I'm saying? It's literally a culture. It's our identity. You feel me? So make sure y'all follow the brand on IG. It is MyNiji, MYNIIJI, MyNiji. All right, that's what you got to put in. MyNiji, MYNIIJI. Okay, a lot of beautiful, amazing clothing that's reflecting us. Again, it's more than just a clothing brand. It's our identity. It really is a sacrifice, you know what I'm saying, to look good. But with MyNiji, we already made the sacrifice. So all you have to do is just look good. All right. So the clothing brand is going to be off the chain. You know what I mean? And I know that it's going to do good for the community. You know what I mean? Because I'm always giving back. You feel me? So please go support support and follow us on IG, MyNiji, NIIJI. Look us up on Instagram, and we just building the page and everything right now. But just go ahead and follow us, please. And we have a lot of great clothing coming from, like, literally a total complete apparel brand. All right, from shoes to from the sole of your feet to the crown of your head. We got everything coming. All right, so it's gonna be an amazing journey. I'm looking forward to that. I love y'all. Enjoy the rest of your continuation, and I hope just that little information that I gave you, it will open up your mind to some more information, so you're able to see how you're being trapped in the matrix and taken advantage of because of the words and the terminologies that they're using. And like I said, the codes are there. They are there. You know what I mean? So I'm not telling you anything that's not there. I didn't make this up. That is their own code. All right. So I'm not saying anything that's contrary to any type of codes. I didn't make it up. It's theirs. It's there. So I'm just exposing you to the information. So I love you. Enjoy the rest of your continuation. Be good to each other and continue to rise. We'll talk soon. Take care.